we'll move into the textbooks, and then you will be also covering the CSAT from the prelims perspective. In addition to that, we will be having an mains based test series also, where you will be, every student who is taking this particular test will be given 5 days to prepare for the program, and for the next 2 days they have to give 1 day for mains test and another day for prelims test. If you see this particular program, it's available both over online and offline. The main exclusive feature of this program is that it has been tuned with the latest trend, how the questions are getting reflected in the UPSC prelims and mains examination. The main advantage of this program is that it is available online as well as offline. And if you see, the unique thing what we have brought in LAEX Shiksha program is the progress track report. Now going into the strategy session, especially for the test number 2, this happens it starts from the 27th July to 31st July, where every student who is participating in this program, they will be given the time period, and in addition, there will be a weekly current affairs class related to the current affairs which are going to be asked in the exam. And moreover, if you see, the test which happens on 1st August focuses on the mains, and the 2nd August we will be getting a prelims test with respect to the syllabus. Going into the syllabus component for this test number 2 of LAEX Shiksha program, it mainly focuses on the polity NCERTs. As you know very well, in the test number 1, we have covered the 6th standard to 10th standard polity new NCERTs. Now, in the second test, you need to read the 11th standard and 12th standard NCERT, and the syllabus has been that first you need to focus upon the basic features of Constitution, and here while reading the Constitution, you should not do a conventional approach, because what you need to see is that according to the latest trend in the examination, in the mains exam, they are asking questions based on analytical approach. So kindly do an analysis which also is available in the NCERTs only. So you don't need to do any extra work. Just focus on the NCERTs and develop an analytical perspective in your answer writing, which we will also discuss in the later part of the video. And going into the philosophy of the Constitution and the living document, all these particular part of the syllabus, that is Constitution, rights, and then organs of the state and citizenship. Up to this, they are available in single NCERT, that is 11th standard NCERT, Indian Constitution at Work. If you go into the next component of the syllabus, that is federalism and regional aspirations, local self-government. Here, you need to give maximum attention to local self-government, because this is going to be crucial, as UPSC has asked more number of questions from this particular part of the topic. And going into the next one, electoral politics, elections and representation, parties and party system in India, democratic resurgence. Here, when you focus, you need to update yourself with the latest current affair issues, which you can cover from the Hindu newspaper. And going into the next part of the syllabus, secularism. As you know very well, secularism is going to be the most important topic, not only for prelims as well as for the mains. So here you need to give maximum attention in the preparation. So you need to cover both the 11th NCERT, Indian Constitution at Work, and in addition to that, in the 11th political theory, you need to focus on a separate chapter of secularism. And the final topic is the contemporary world politics and India's foreign policy. This is going to be very crucial only for the mains exam perspective. So develop a notes making habit for this particular topic in a point-wise format, and make your orientation towards the mains exam only when you go through this particular part of the syllabus. So next, go into the current affairs part of this particular test. So for the current affairs, we are starting from January month 2023 current affairs. For this, every week on Saturday at our institution, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m, we are covering the most important issues from the January month. So this is going to be crucial for your next year preparation also. And here we are given the particular component of the syllabus of current affairs. So you need to read maximum attention to polity, governance, art and culture and history, and then the government schemes. Now going into the main source for this particular part of the syllabus component, give the maximum attention to NCERTs. As you know very well, even this year in the prelims examination, maximum questions had reflections from basic NCERTs only. So what we are doing in this LAEX Shiksha program is that we are trying to cover all the NCERTs in a stage-based approach first, so that once you are very much updated about the NCERTs, then we can go into the textbook-based approach. So kindly go through these 4 NCERTs of 11th standard and 12th standard. And going into the particular part of the 11th standard NCERT, if you see, what we need to focus maximum attention is that you need to read the full book, because this particular book has been written in such a manner it overlaps with maximum component of prelims as well as main syllabus. So kindly make your preparation not just by reading the basic NCERT, this particular book. What you have to do is you have to develop a notes making habit also, so that when you come for the revision, it will come very handy for you and you can retain those contents in a efficient manner for the exam. Now going into the 11th standard, another book that is on political theory. Here you can give maximum attention to especially the chapters on rights, because this is already mentioned in the syllabus component of this particular test. And you can also give basic approach to, you can have one read on citizenship chapter, but give maximum attention to secularism as we have mentioned already in the syllabus. And in addition, UPSC also gives maximum attention to secularism chapter. So what you need to read from this particular book means give maximum attention to chapter 2 and chapter 3 from the prelims perspective. And coming to the chapter 4 social justice, here the questions will reflect only for the mains exam, so prepare your notes accordingly. Now coming to the especially the 8th chapter, this is going to be very crucial, so prepare yourself on this chapter in a broader manner. Now going into the 12th standard book, this is going to be very much useful for your mains preparation. As you know very well, in GS paper 1 we have a post independent especially as part of syllabus, and this particular NCERT is more than enough to cover the maximum part of the syllabus. So once you complete that, try kindly do a habit of notes making and then revise that, so that once you come for the test, it will be very easy for you to retain the facts as well as to develop an analytical perspective. Now going into the next book of 12th standard, this contemporary world politics, again here you don't need to read all the chapters of the book. Kindly give maximum attention to chapter number 4, international organization, as this is part of the GS paper 2 syllabus. Now coming to the chapter 5, security, this is going to be crucial for your GS paper 3. And then coming to the chapter number 6, environmental and natural resources, here again maximum part of this chapter will be covered in GS paper 3 syllabus also. So kindly prepare the notes in a manner that you can retain these facts for your mains examination. And coming to the last chapter, that is chapter 7 on globalization, kindly have a overall outlook on this particular chapter. So this in this particular NCERT, focus on chapter number 4 to 7. Now going into the UPSC trend analysis, how they are asking the questions in the last 3 years in the UPSC exam, especially with respect to this particular syllabus component. If we analyze means, what we could observe is maximum number of questions are coming from only 2 or 3 topics. That is, every year they are asking a question on parliament, and then they are asking a question on political parties, and third thing is they are also asking a question on local self-government or elections. So kindly prepare on that. So for your understanding, we have picked some recent questions which have been asked in the UPSC exam. If you see 2022 question came on political party, and if you go to the 2022, another question came from the vice president. So especially this comes under the parliamentary chapter, Rajya Sabha. And then if you go to the third question, this question was asked in 2021 examination. Here also if you see, they have asked a question on parliamentary chapter only. That's why we say that whenever you prepare for the syllabus, you should have an understanding how the UPSC is evolving itself and what is the recent pulse in the UPSC. You need to catch that. That's what we are going to do in this particular video. So kindly give maximum attention while reading Indian Constitution at work. The topic you need to focus is on especially parliament. And coming to the 2021, another question, here they have asked a question on legislative councils. That's why we keep on saying that your attention should be maximum energy when you prepare in the notes making as well as revision exercise should be focused on these chapters, that is parliament and then local self-government and then elections. So once you are well prepared on that, then you can focus on the other topics. Now, going into the notes making process, as I already said, for the prelims exam as well as mains exam, the UPSC toppers who have cleared in the recent times, if we analyze means, everybody has this common habit of notes making. But what you should do while making notes, that is what going to be decide your rank or else your efficiency in clearing the exam. So make your note in such a manner that if you are preparing for the mains, kindly prepare the notes in a point-wise format, because you need to write your answers also in a point-wise with subheading approach. So kindly prepare your notes also in that manner. So second, what you have to do is while writing the Second, what you have to do is that while writing the notes, what you have to give maximum attention is that you have to remember all the articles which are mentioned in this basic NCERTs, and then the constitutional amendments which are mentioned along with the year you need to read it, and you have to do the notes making, and also give maximum attention to the Supreme Court judgments which are mentioned in the basic NCERTs. Again, here we have already provided a separate LAEX value addition material for those who have taken this particular program. So you can refer that particular material also for the Supreme Court judgments and committees also. And coming to the last component, that is current affairs update. Here our classes, what current affairs we are conducting every week, is going to be more suffice for preparing these particular notes. Now going into the toppers copy analysis. If you see this year, All India Rank 1 in 2022 examination, Ishita Sharma, her answer copy, see the answer contains clearly three major components. Because we keep telling to the students who are preparing for this exam, while addressing the answer should contain three components. That is, first component is the introduction. If you analyze all the toppers copy, they will always have an introduction which is just written in 2 to 3 lines, and a conclusion also written in 2 to 3 lines. And while coming to the main body of the answer, if you see, the body of the answer should be presented in a manner in a point-wise format, which we discussed already. If you see this particular topper who got this year All India Rank 1, Ishita Sharma, she also followed the same approach. But what is one thing you need to give maximum attention is that along with the points which you are mentioning, kindly try to relate maximum articles insert in your answer, Supreme Court judgments, committees and current affairs examples, as we discussed in the notes making process. But here, while presenting the answers, see, this topper has given each point she has came out with a unique example to justify her perspective. So this is also an important thing you need to include yourself when we prepare for this second test. To conclude, before we have discussed in this video the syllabus component and its explanation, and the appropriate sources we have discussed is mainly the NCERTs of 11th standard and 12th standard for test number 2, and how to do the notes making habit, and what is the recent UPSC trend analysis. And the final component we have discussed in this video is the UPSC toppers copy analysis. So prepare well. I hope this video is useful to you. We'll meet again in the next strategic session of test number 3. Thank you, friends.